All right, welcome back to the first edition of the Reverse Mush podcast in 2022. Only right that we start with a recurring guest, one of the closest friends of the program we got. I'm here with the best unsigned flyweight talent on planet Earth, Phumi Nkuta. Just moved to 5-0 after a clean sweep of Jason Eastman at CFFC's last card. Still never been touched, still never been hit, still the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. Phumi, how we living, brother?
Talking, baby. Keep talking. Let them know.
I learned from the best, bro.
That's it, man. Now you know how to cut a promo.
Exactly. So how we doing, brother? I know you're a little banged up right now, fresh off some hand surgery. Because I mean, I gotta say, if the biggest injury that you've had in 3 title fights in a year is that you bust up your hand from beating the shit out of someone too bad, not great, but not the worst thing that could happen.
I mean, look, honestly, it's the best thing that could happen. It's just a broken bone, man. So 6 weeks of just being in a cast. Once I get this cast out, I get the pins out, and then on the recovery, and I can start moving again, man. But just got the surgery. But don't get me wrong, man. I can hit people with this thing too.
Hey, bro, that's a club. That's a weapon.
That's a club, man. You know what I'm saying?
There you go, dude. But yeah, I mean, since the last time we had you on the show, man, a lot has changed. I think we had you on right before the Trujillo fight, so right before you won the title. So yeah, I mean, since then,
like almost a year ago. That's crazy.
For real, bro. But yeah, since then, 3 fights, 12 consecutive championship rounds. Not even just one, dominated, barely been touched. So I mean, how does it feel from like you said, it's almost a year. How do you feel things have kind of changed and progressed for you over the past year?
Oh man, yeah, I will say I feel good. You know what I mean? I put a lot of work in this year. I put a lot of work in, or last year. I mean, I put a lot of work in the training room. I'm glad I got to show it when I could, and in this last one, I really wanted to show the culmination of all my skills, man. But dude, when you can go out there and beat a guy with one hand and still not get, I mean, that's still kind of in the office. You know what I'm saying? So
absolutely. Hey, listen, if he's going to come out, call you an average wrestler and get double-legged like 20 seconds into the fight, that's a tough look. That's a tough look.
It's a tough look. But that's what I'm saying, man. So at the end of the day, I feel like it was a perfect year. I didn't get hit. So at the end of the day, how can I complain?
There you go. What more can you ask for? And yes, I mean, I guess, we can dive right into that fight a little bit. So I wanted to ask you, you come out, first 2 rounds, just basically grapple fuck this guy, drag him all over the cage. He's got nothing for the top pressure, nothing, you're kind of passing at will. And then in that 3rd round, did you kind of make a conscious decision where you were just like, all right, you know what? Let's let the hands go, man. Like, let's show this guy that not only can I drag him around the cage, like I can piece him up on the feet if I want to.
Well, I think that's what I wanted to do. Is actually I wanted to kind of exhaust his arms out, and really gas him out, so that way when I could strike with him, I could just do whatever I wanted. But that's the thing too. There are a lot of factors in there. I don't want to make excuses, but the weight cut was getting to me early, so the grappling was the only thing I feel like I could do. So my arms were pretty gassed out. So by the time I got my arms back in the 3rd round, I was like, all right, now let's do now. I was able to hit him, you know what I mean? I told him you couldn't see me, you know what I'm saying?
That was a nice clip. I went through, whatever that was. A couple days later, I was watching back you and Charlie, and I caught that, and I was like, oh, that's just tremendous. Absolutely great stuff. But yeah, a little shimmy shake off the kick and hit him with the Cena.
Back off, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But no, man, yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's all it was. That's all it was.
Gotcha. I mean, that sounds like a perfectly executed game plan to me. And so do you know when in the fight, I mean, I assume you probably know when you broke the hand. I'll put, if you're watching on the video, I'll put it in there. It was a gnarly break.
I was just going to get into that part. So that's actually why I went back to the grappling. 3rd round, I wanted to just keep striking with him all the way to the end. But that last overhand right, man, I cracked him hard. And dude, that guy's got he's got a hard He's got one hell of a head. Even when I was jabbing him, I was just like, holy crap, it feels like I'm hitting cement. But yeah, I felt it right away, and I was just like, all right, let me just try and grab this guy right now. But even, man, when I was trying to get the rear naked choke, man, it made it tough to get the choke because now I couldn't even grab my index finger. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
You can't go palm to palm with it. Yeah.
Exactly. So you know what I mean. I was trying to figure out different ways to finish the grip, but still never been hit, still never been touched, still never been.
That's right. I mean, bro, I mean that picture you posted the next day or whatever. You had a grapefruit for a hand. I mean, that shit. You had a paw.
Oh, dude, it was a bear claw.
So yeah, dude, I was gonna ask you. I was, after the fights, we were, I was there with Frivola and Billy Q and Charlie and all those guys. We're looking around. Where's Phumi? And yeah, Steve Lee briefly rolled up and was like, "Oh yeah, I don't think Pumi's coming down."
Yeah, dude. Nah. Soon as what's funny, you always feel great. You know what I'm saying? The adrenaline's pumping. You know what I'm saying? I'm over there on the commentary booth. I'm going crazy.
Bro, you gave me a hard dap with that hand as soon as the fight ended.
That actually might have made it worse.
That hand up. That's on me.
I'm telling you, man. It was as soon as I sat down, I was just like, "Holy crap!" And I was just like, "Wow!" I felt all of it hit, man. So it was the broken bone, and then on top of the knuckles, like probably halfway down my hand. So they fixed all. Whew,
how long did the surgery take?
It was actually like about 3 hours. I was out from 11:30 or probably like 11:40 till about like 3. So yeah, about two and a half or so.
Damn, bro, that shit's no joke. But I know that you'll put all the work into rehab. You'll do everything right. Get back where you need to be.
You know what it is? It's just 6 weeks for the bone. So it's not even like it's not like I tore any ligaments. It's
right,
not like,
right. Nothing you really got to like build back up.
Yeah. It's nothing. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to relearn how to walk again or anything like that. So,
definitely a plus.
100%. And I always take care of my body anyway. So I'm not gonna stroll up in here at 170 pounds next time. So I'll be all right.
For sure. And is there any part of you, so you're 5-0 now, you're knocking on the door of a huge opportunity for sure. But so is there any part of you that just kind of, as you get a little older, a little more experienced, does that weight cut just kind of get tougher and tougher down to 25?
You know what it is? I just got to make adjustments. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to obviously get bigger. I'm even right now, man. I'm one of the stronger guys at 125. I know it doesn't seem like it because I'm a lot smaller than those guys, and I'm only 5'4". But I am one of the stronger guys in the division. That's what makes my wrestling so dominant. That's what makes my grappling so dominant. So it makes my striking so powerful. You know what I'm saying? So I not only bring speed, but I bring heavy power and heavy size at 125. So I just obviously I just gotta manage it, a little bit better as I get older, but it's a work in progress. Just like every day, my striking's gonna get better. Just like every day, my grappling's gonna get better. You know what I mean? Just like every day, my wrestling's gonna get better. So I'm just working on everything, man.
Gotcha. There you go. Exactly. Everything's always a work in progress, man. Nothing's ever a finished product.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I guess. Hell yeah. But yes, I guess back to 5-0 and kind of knocking on the door here. So I mean, after the hand heals up, like you said, you got 6 weeks. There you go. Give her a little shine, little polish. So what's next for you, man? Because I know they're probably not doing the next DWCS Contender Series until the fall, but it feels like you're right there. I mean, we watched some guys on this last season that I know for a fact that you beat. You know what I mean? So it's like. I heard a little bloomer that what is it, April or something? The UFC's they're looking to come to Brooklyn.
Look, man. So let's just put it this way. I should be getting this cast off mid-February, and at that point, the world is my oyster.
Okay. Yeah, mid-February, mid-April. Yeah, that's an 8-week training camp.
I went the entire 2021 without getting hit in 3 title fights. At this point, man, 2022 hits, the entire world is my oyster. Anything could happen. I'm just ready for it all.
Absolutely, bro. And so, obviously, I know Cage Fury's been great to you. They put on a great show. Like, it's always fun watching you compete out there. But is there any part of you that's ever considered, like, maybe I'll try and go grab a belt in, if I'm not going to get the call right now, maybe I'll go try and grab a belt in LFA or, one of these other kind of like high-level regional promotions?
I gotta be honest, man. CFFC is a place to be, man.
That's a loyal guy. I respect it.
Yeah, I mean, look, man. One, they run a great show. It feels like you're on the big show. You know what I'm saying?
For
They
sure.
got you really get that lights, camera, action feel in there, man. And on top of that, you know, they do get the best fighters I feel like they can possibly get. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm fighting the best competition that I can fight. You know, when I'm fighting for CFFC, so that's also what you want as a competitor. And on top of that, who doesn't want to cut interviews with my man John Morgan and CM Punk? So let's
There you
go.
go. There you go. And meanwhile, speaking of CM Punk, I saw you and Steve Lee took a little trip out to New Jersey. Got to watch Punk do his thing in the cage for one, or in the ring for once.
Yeah, yeah, bro, that was incredible. So we thought our seats were like, first of all, we didn't know our seats were that close, and then when we got there, we actually found out our seats were even further closer. So
Hell
we were
yeah.
like, this was crazy. We had like the perfect view.
Yeah, dude, the Pru's like a cool little stadium. Like they got like, not like the nicest stadium you've ever been to by any means, but like they put on some cool shows there for sure.
Yeah, I've been. That's actually where I went to my first youth event. Was
Oh, no shit.
Central Center was John Jones versus Shogun Hua.
Oh, okay, a
Yeah,
classic.
yeah. When John won the belt, and that
Yeah.
was Rye Faber's UFC debut. Mirko Crow Cop was on that card. That was a good
Wow.
event. Yeah.
Hell yeah. But yeah, I mean, I don't think I know you're a kind of a charismatic, emotional guy. You kind of wear it on your sleeve. I feel like Steve tends to be a little more stoic, but those pictures and videos you guys posted, you two looked like giddy little kids. It made me smile.
Yo, man, I don't think you understand. Like, we work all day, so like, it was the first time. Like, at least for me, you know what I'm saying. And him, it was just like, yo, now we get to just lay back and chill. All right,
Hell
like,
yeah, bro! You guys deserve it, man. You guys put a lot of work in for sure. Everyone needs a little bit of time to cut loose, enjoy yourself every now and again.
yeah, for once at least, I got to just chill. So,
Hell
you
yeah.
know, got a forced vacation, but man, I can't wait.
Look, so sometimes sometimes people need to be forced to take a little vacation. Good for the mind, recharge a little bit. I'm sure it's frustrating. It's tough. You can't be in the gym and shit, but
Ready to go, dude. I'm telling you, I'm this thing, somebody.
yeah, you're gonna You're gonna unwrap that shit yourself.
Oh
Oh,
man.
there you go, though. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's always awesome to see people just going out having fun. Punk's wearing the Fury grappling shirt. That's your coworker in there. You guys are colleagues.
That was sick. That was sick.
That was awesome, dude. Awesome to see. And so it's like, what does it feel like for you in that moment? As a kid, like, we're basically the same age. We both grew up watching CM Punk wrestle. Like, how fucking awesome is it to be able to, like, accomplish such an awesome thing for you professionally? You defend your belt, clean sweep, and then you get in there and get to talk to a guy that, like, you've watched perform forever, for years. You know what I mean? Like a guy that you've looked up to forever.
I mean, it is pretty cool, man. I'm not gonna sit there and say like, oh, it's lame, cutting a promo in front of CM Punk. But
Yeah, no, fuck that. Fuck trying to act cooler than that. That's cool as hell, dude.
no, hell yeah, it's pretty cool. But you know what I mean? It's one of those things where it's also motivating. You know what I'm saying? Like at least for me, like when I'm a fan of Michael Jordan, but me being a fan of Michael Jordan doesn't just mean that I like wearing Jordans and I like shouting Jordan whenever I throw something into the garbage can or something like that. Nah, but it means like I try and embody the kind of things that they live, the kind of lifestyles, and try and do the kind of things that they do. You know what I mean? And I use their life to kind of motivate me. So it's almost that same type of thing with him. Like it's really dope that I'm cutting a promo next to him, but like he's also motivating me, you know what I'm saying? And it's making me want to push myself. So that's what makes it even doper.
Yeah, dude, that's an awesome way to look at it for sure. Because yeah, I mean, dude, at the end of the day, like those guys put in a ton of work to get to where they're at. You know what I mean? And yeah, I'm sure I could definitely see that angle of like, yeah, I'm standing in here with this guy, and like, yeah, I just got to push myself harder to like get to where he's at.
100%. I mean, that's how you get anywhere, man. Honestly, at the end of the day, first
Exactly.
then you got to put in the work to do it. And luckily, I'm doing both.
There you go. It's always nice because there's plenty of guys who can walk the walk. There's plenty of guys who can talk the talk, right? But there's really only so many guys who can do both, man. And you have that gift. Like you have the gift of gab, and you get in the cage and you back it up, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Look, man, at the end of the day, it's one of those things where I'm having fun. I'm being a world champ at the end of the day. Like, I could sit there and win my fight and then walk off. Nah, hell no. I'm gonna sit there and play hard with the belt. I'm gonna get on the commentary and I'm gonna let everybody know what I feel in my mind. You know what I'm saying?
There you go, bro.
That kind of guy. I'm gonna have fun. You know what I mean? And trust me, everyone at home is gonna enjoy the show too. We're all gonna have fun together. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And yeah, I mean, what does it feel like for you to kind of, it feels like you're kind of starting to get that recognition, right? Where guys who follow the sport closely are kind of really starting to take notice of what you're doing. When you got Kaposa tweeting about you every time you're fighting, and Anik is talking about you on the podcast with Ray, and like, what does it feel like to just kind of see that work paying off, so to speak?
First of all, can I just say, Kaposa thinks I'm the man.
Hell yeah.
Coolest thing ever. I'm a fan of that guy.
Yeah, but bro, me too. Kaposa is a valuable resource for anyone who does what I do.
Followed him when he was like when he was like in the like early days, man, before he got popular. You know what I'm saying? But nah, man, it's pretty cool, man. At the end of the day, it just means that some of my hard work is paying off, and I just got to keep pushing. I just got to keep going. Honestly, if I didn't have this cast on, I'd be in the gym right now. If I could work out with this cast on, I'd be in the gym.
I believe you.
You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, man, like, I gotta chill for right now. But people are realizing the hard work, and once I come back, the whole world is my oyster, man. I got opportunities out of the wazoo that I know are going to be coming through, and I just know I'm going to be ready for them all.
Hell yeah, dude! That's all you can be. Just got to stay ready, man. And yeah, I mean, like, I see everyone's putting out their year-end awards and all that stuff. We got our own thing that we've been working on that's taken us a little longer than we thought, because that's what everything that we do does, basically. But yeah, I mean, like, you're getting mentioned in the same sentence as like Kayla Harrison when it comes to cutting a promo.
Yeah. No, it was even cool. And even she liked my tweet about us being a tie.
Hell yeah.
There, so I guess she respects it too.
That's awesome.
That's awesome, man. That being talked at in the same lights as the people in the pros, that's the level I want to be at. I feel like, if my next fight's not for CFFC, it 100% has to be on the big show. I'd love it for it to be in the UFC. I'd love it for it to be against one of those top dogs, and I'd love to be able to put my undefeated record on the line against any of those guys. Because, dude, I'm telling you, even with this hand, I could still never be hit, and never be taken down in that ring.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I saw, in that post fight, I saw you talking about UFC, Bellator 1, but yeah, at the end of the day, man, like, you got to beat the best to be the best, and I know that that's truly what you're about. But so I get, yeah, you talked about one there, kind of, when you were, when you were cutting your promo, making your call outs. Is there anything about that kind of I know they don't use the pride rules, but is there anything about that modified one rule set that's more kind of appealing to you, like grounded knees and like soccer kicks, shit like that?
For me, honestly, man, the thing that's appealing is proving I'm the best in the world. That's what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, in order to prove you're the best in the world has to be watching you. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like right now, I love CFFC. They're the best platform in the world, so I'm going to keep fighting for them as long as I can. Keep winning these heavy ass belts, fanning me out. And
that thing's thick.
No, dude, I think they're getting heavier and heavier, honestly.
They're adding some heft to them, some weight?
A little bit, man. A little bit more gold on this one.
Okay.
But now, man, I want to at some point prove that I am the best in the world, and I have to be on the world stage to do that. That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? I think right now I could beat the best guys out there. You know what I'm saying? But all I need is an opportunity to do that. Anybody gives me an opportunity in the world, trust me, I will show you I'm the best.
That's right. Someone's going to smarten up sooner than later. They gotta.
I'll show you I'm the best. I'm going to get on the mic and then talk about how I'm the
best. That's right. There's no denying it.
Exactly.
No denying it. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking over my notes here. I always got a couple more random things, so some housekeeping. So what do you make of? I saw we finally get the announcement on Aljo's title fight. A long time coming.
Oh, man, a long time coming. Finally, man, let's beat this guy, Peter Yan. Let's get these guys with the clown emojis out of our mentions.
Yep. No more squiggly.
Let's get MMA Twitter in line now. Let's get rid of all this Aljo hate I see on Twitter. Let's put an end to this mess, man. I can't wait.
Twitter is going to implode. Not if, when Aljo beats Jan in the rematch convincingly. Twitter is going to implode. It's going to be very funny.
Crazy. They're going to go. You know what's funny? I'm saving tweets. I'm saving.
Pumi's got the receipts, baby.
I bookmarked a whole bunch of them, so I'm already going to go back and.
Oh, they're shaking in their boots.
All I'm saying is I'm coming after some people.
Absolutely. Rightfully so. Rightfully so. You tweet a positive thing about the guy, and there's some Russian like calling you slurs and a clown emoji in your mentions. It's like, all right, dude, relax.
DMs, I was getting crazy.
I'm sure, bro. I remember when our buddy Rafion Stotts, Bellator bantamweight, when he fought Magomedov a couple of months ago. Bro, he had Russian dudes in his DMs just straight up calling him the N-word. It was just like, okay, dude, like calling him a monkey and shit. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
Right, man. So that's how we're doing business, like.
Right, like Jesus Christ, bro. You're talking to another human being.
I don't know, man. It's the opposite of what Khabib Nurmagomedov. You know what I mean? Really.
Right. It really does make you respect those guys so much more. Like the Habibs and the like Mavlid Habulayevs and the guys who just put their fucking heads down and just grind it out.
Exactly. And it makes you kind of look at the guys like Peter Yan like, wow, he's a scumbag.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, an illiterate scumbag. Exactly. Yeah, gotta pick up that rule book. Get to reading.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of just how generally bad Twitter and specifically MMA Twitter is, I saw you went like a little mini viral there with that McGregor Ali tweet.
Yeah, I don't even know what that was, man. I was just saying what I say on my chest. That's just what I do on Twitter.
It's an insane comparison for somebody to log on to Al Gore's internet in 2021 and compare Conor McGregor to Muhammad Ali. I mean, what? Get your head out of your ass, man.
You know what? I just think, man, like, cause I don't know. I like to think of myself as a little bit more of an old school guy in a lot of respects, but you know what it is, man, is I think as you go forward in time, a lot of people just kind of forget about the past and they kind of they almost look at it differently, man. Cause dude, I'm telling you, like, people looked at Muhammad Ali in such a different way. Like, Conor, he was big, and it's not saying Conor's not huge. He's changed our sport for the better. He's
100%.
We all need Conor. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody's denying that. I'm not denying that. Nobody is denying that. But yeah, I mean, dude, when people are in the replies to that tweet, like, I mean, what are you talking about? Like, Conor McGregor was disliked because of like things he did socially. So was Muhammad Ali. And it's like, bro, Muhammad Ali went to jail for not fighting in the Vietnam War. Conor McGregor punched an old dude in the face in a bar. It's a little different.
It's not only that. Even like the what I retweeted the other day, like there's a post about Muhammad Ali talking a guy down off a ledge.
I saw that. Yeah.
Like that's the kind of stuff Muhammad Ali was just doing in his everyday life. Like
he was a bigger than life character, like presence. And again, like Conor is also like bigger than life, but in a very different way. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Like Conor's known for what he does in the ring. Muhammad Ali is known for both. And I think, you know, he proved that he was the greatest of all time in the ring, while at the same time, honestly, showing actions, showing that he's probably the greatest of all time outside of the ring. That's what made Muhammad Ali the GOAT, what we call him today.
Absolutely. Yeah. Like nobody in boxing, probably nobody really even in MMA or any combat sports have like used that platform in the way that Ali did.
100%. I mean, first things first, you got to also look at how good Muhammad Ali actually was. I mean, the guy took 3 years off and came back and still looked phenomenal. You could tell there was a huge difference in the way he was 3 years prior, but he still looked phenomenal in the ring. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of the fact that what he was just doing outside of the ring, being the cultural icon that he is, I mean, bro, the guy, everybody who's anybody knows who Muhammad Ali is. All over.
100%. Yeah. And I mean, I guess, Conor is probably close to that level of stardom, but I mean, you know, I'm sure there's also plenty of like 60, 70-year-old guys who have no idea what MMA really is, who like absolutely know who Muhammad Ali is, but they do not know really much about Conor McGregor.
Exactly. I mean, look, man. Here's the thing. Like, I don't think people also realize, like, when Muhammad Ali fought on TV, like, bro, your grandma, your grandparents,
Right.
like it was one of those things where there wasn't a person
It's like
alive.
a national event.
Yeah, like it was a national event. Like I don't think people remember those moments because like there's no really like I guess recording of. But you talk to the people at that time, and you learn from the people who were actually there, man. Everybody sat there and tuned in. If you watched boxing or you didn't, you just wanted to see Muhammad Ali step in the ring, man. Like it was different than when Floyd fought. It was different than when Conor fought. I honestly wish I could have seen a little bit of it back in the day,
Don't
but
we
still,
all?
I think just because we haven't lived it, like for some
Right.
reason we don't really have a sense of what it's like. So we see what we see today, and we're like, oh, that's the best thing ever. It's
Right.
like talk to the people back then. There wasn't a person alive who wasn't watching those fights.
Right. And like it sucks to say it, but like yeah, like in our lifetime, realistically, boxing will probably not return to the days of Muhammad Ali and fucking Roy Jones Jr. And all of these guys. Like it's just not. It's just
I
a
mean,
different game.
it could happen, but it would have to. Someone would have to do something that would have to be so beyond boxing that could.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It would have to be a larger than life figure, who could do something like Muhammad Ali. You know what I mean? Or even get close to the recognition as like a Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? Because he was big too.
Definitely. And yeah, I mean, like we have. I mean, I feel like don't get me wrong. I feel like last year was probably the best year that boxing had in some time, right? Where we have Fury Wilder, we have Joshua Usyk. Like we had Lomachenko getting beat. Like we had a lot of really fucking good boxing fights last year, and it feels like we're moving in the right direction at least.
Here's the thing. I think boxing right now, honestly, could be, as good as it's ever been. But the guys just don't fight each other.
Right.
I just don't end it. It doesn't make any sense to me. You know what I'm saying? We're over here looking at like.
Right. I mean, like right now, Fury Usyk is 100% the fight to make that everybody wants to see. And they're like, no, you guys are going to get Fury and Dylan White and you're going to like it.
Not only that, like, forget that. Let's talk about the lightweights. Let's talk about.
Oh yeah, dude, fucking Teofimo Lopez. Lost to Kambosos. What an awesome fight.
No. But I'm even just saying, like, you got Devin Haney, you got Kambosos, you got Shakar Stevenson.
Yeah.
Who's the other guy? Javante Davis. Are those guys ever gonna fight each other? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, man. I hope so.
The fights are so big that they could make, and I think boxing, if they made these fights right now, could make an explosion of a comeback. But no one wants to lose. No one wants to take.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like a people, but that's it.
Right. I hate myself for asking, but we're on the topic, so I feel like I have to. But what do you feel about what Jake Paul has done in boxing in the last year? What's the Phumi take on that?
I mean, look, man, he hasn't really fought anybody who could box, so I can't.
This is true.
I say anything about that. I mean, sad to see my boy Woodley go out like that.
Tough. I talked myself into it for a second time. Also, very tough.
Sad to see him go out like that. But
it's tough to see, but also like I can take solace in the fact that Tyron Woodley in those two fights with Jake Paul made more money than he made in his entire UFC career. So if nothing else, like I respect you getting the bag, brother. I respect that.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I respect it, but bro, you gotta win those fights, man. Like,
yeah. I mean, it's like you want to talk about cherry picking guys who can't box. Like, I mean, T Wood was a wrestler with like a one monster right hand. That was what T Wood was. What he could give you. You know what I mean? But like, T Wood isn't going to stand there and point box with anybody. Like we never saw him do that in his career.
I mean, dude, I'm just telling you, it's just so sad to see T Wood go out like that.
But I mean, dude, I'm a big T Wood guy. Like, I think T Wood is one of the more underrated UFC champions that we've had. Like that run he had at 170 was incredible. Incredible.
He had great fights with Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, man, and that was when nobody was touching Wonder Boy at that time. So, yeah, definitely tough guy, but.
Even like the Damian Maya fight, like, yeah, a lot of people complain that fight was boring. Sure, I'll give you that. Not the most action-packed fight, but dude, fending off 30 takedowns from Damian Maya is insane.
I mean, his one of his best fights, honestly, Darren Till, man. He not only dropped him, but he also submitted him as well.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, Till got that fight a little too soon, but definitely still a fun one.
Definitely a fun one, man. But at the end of the day, man, look, I think a lot of guys now are like picking their opponents. You know what I'm saying? That thing too, like whether it's boxing or MMA. But see, that's the difference between me and everybody else. I'm just trying to fight the best.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying?
Any place, anytime, anybody.
Come on, man. Never been hit, never been touched.
That's absolutely right. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where it's tough for me because, like, yes, obviously, like, he's a schnook and the whole thing is a joke and he's kind of making a mockery of all of it. But at the same time, there is part of me that's like, you know what? Like, he probably has a whole generation of kids, like, you know, way younger than us, like kids who have never given a shit about combat sports or boxing or any of that, who are now, like, getting into it. And, you know, like, no, is he really, like, effectuating any change? No, but he's talking about fighter pay and MMA and, like, I've seen outlets that, like, don't cover MMA and fighting reporting on Jake Paul talking about that shit. You know what I mean? So if nothing else, it's good, I think, just to start the conversation somewhere with somebody with, like, a big platform. And I think it's self-serving. It's all just like him promoting himself, and he's very smart about how he's doing that, I think. I don't think he really gives a shit one way or the other, but, like, it's getting talked about. So, like, I can't really be that upset, I guess, at the end of the day.
Yeah. No, I guess you're right.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I guess it's all a matter of perspective. It's definitely easy to find the shitty parts of it, but I'm choosing to at least latch on to the few things that are good.
You know what I mean? Look at the light at the end of the tunnel. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. It's all just about getting there. Oh, all right, though, Phumi. You have been beyond generous with your time. I know that even in recovery, you're a busy man. But I have one question before we let you go. Before I let you go, I was having an argument with some pals the other day, and we were arguing about basically the biggest guy that somebody, like, around your size who is trained could take down, like, just a regular guy. So, like, do you think that there is a size level where you just get a regular guy at X size where it's just like, all right, well, this guy's just too big for me to do anything with?
No, for me.
Nah.
There's no size too big.
Fair. So yeah, we're throwing Fight Circus, my favorite freak show promotion in Thailand. Let's get, like, a Phumi Hongman Choi fight booked.
Bro, give me Hongman Choi. You know what I'm saying? Give me the best sumo wrestlers out there. I'll take.
Let's go. Phumi v Zulu.
Let's do it, baby.
Fuck yeah. See, that was what I said. I said that I genuinely think with somebody, at least if we're talking about somebody with your skill level, I do not think that there is, like, a regular guy who can just, like, walk into a cage with you and compete with you.
I mean, here's the thing that I think also some people need to realize, like, I mean, I'll say it once, I'll probably never say it again. It's my secret weapon is my strength. Like, people have no idea. Like, the reason why these takedowns come so easy is because sometimes I don't want to take these guys down. I just grab their legs and I realize, man, this is
light work.
Yeah, like, I'd have to really get rid of the takedown in order to get it. You know what I'm saying? So
right. But yeah, dude, when you're in the gym training with guys like Aljo and Marab, like, yeah, that makes sense.
I'm not the strength of your average flyweight. So I think with that included, it makes it a little bit different.
For sure. And I think it helps that I have the perspective of, like, watching you and guys like you train and just watching you in the gym and being like, okay, so yeah, these guys just, like, aren't regular human beings. Like, I understand that, but I think the average person who doesn't necessarily see all the work that goes into a fight, it's still just like, yeah, they go in there, they fight, whatever. Like, how difficult can it be?
One of those things where it's like what do they call it, armchair quarterback or whatever.
Exactly. Like sitting on the couch, like, oh, bro, he's got to set this up, he's got to change levels, he's got to do this.
Exactly. And once you actually get down to the nitty gritty, it takes a lot of work.
Oh yeah, like bro, it's very easy to. Like, I'm somebody who has watched way more fighting than I have, trained or competed in. But yeah, it's way easier to sit on the couch and be like, oh, this guy, like, he's dropping his hands when he throws the left, like the right over the top is there. It's a lot easier to pick that out from the couch than when somebody's standing across from you trying to punch you in the face. A lot easier.
Or man, even just something as simple as like going and taking a class. Like it's a lot easier than that. Some people don't even do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying like if you at least take a class, you'll at least learn a little bit. So that way when you make Twitter, you make a little bit of sense.
Exactly. No, dude, it's been being able to, yeah, dude, no, but being able to spend some time in the gym and yeah, like just take some classes and fucking like work with guys, like it gives you definitely like a completely different perspective on everything that you're watching,
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but no, I mean, yeah, we said it with Nas. We've said it with a bunch of guys on here. Like, yeah, if you're sitting at home and you're like somebody who's been interested or has wanted to like train MMA or train in some sort of combat sports, like, yo, like find a gym near you, dude. Like, go roll up. Like, I guarantee you, people will be welcoming. Like, people will be friendly. People will be very happy to help you out.
Coolest part, man, is like everybody is willing to help you out, and then you help them out, and they help you out, and then you're just like, oh man, like it's like you just going to the gym with your homies. Now you guys are both working on something. You know what I mean? Like
Absolutely.
Man, I recommend it for anybody. Find one you like if you got the time to do it, and yeah, that's it, man. Just have fun.
Absolutely, yeah. And meanwhile, I almost forgot to let you go before giving you a little bit of shit because I caught a hell of a fucking ricochet shot with when you and Ike were talking before the fight. But yeah, man, like it's true what you guys were saying. Like, for every guy like you in the gym who's a fucking killer and like a possible future UFC champion, like yeah, dude, there's a guy like me who weighs a $140 soaking wet, like. Like and like guys will work with you, like guys will help you out, and then yeah, like you'll see yourself get to that point where it's like, okay, like no, I'm obviously not I do not have mastery of any of the skills that we're working on, but like yeah, now like I can help somebody out who it's their first day in the gym, and like yeah, that's an awesome thing to be able to like yeah, like you said, just kind of help each other out and like just fucking level up and yeah, just have that kind of like camaraderie.
100%, bro. That's it. At the end of the day, man, that's how Chris got there. That's the end of the day. It wasn't just Chris being a champion and working that got him there. It was the whole team that got him there. It wasn't just Matt working. It was the whole team that got Matt there. So same way we all got Alger there. The same way Al's gotten to the big show and everybody's been fighting. Man, like everybody just works to help each other, and that's what keeps Serra-Longo moving. Man, I love it.
Absolutely, brother. All right. Well, Matt, now I will actually let you go because I'm sure we could both go another fucking hour if we wanted to. But Phumi, I appreciate you as always. Next time we'll have to find Ross wherever he's at. Still haven't heard from him, so hopefully he's safe and sound.
Ross is good.
Yeah, but bro, I'm assuming he just got fucked at work, but I'm sure he's fine. I'm sure he'll be fine. But Phumi, anything you want to plug before we let you go?
Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at PHUMI NKUTA _MMA. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Now you just can't leave.